Hi, this is Paul, and Cassidy is going to give us an update on what's happening with Breakwater and some events going on in Europe. So, Cassidy, what is the latest?
Yeah, so last time we talked, we had a long conversation about, estuary in Europe, and we talked about Breakwater, and we were doing a crowdfunding campaign to kind of help see if we could get some support for our festival in 2025. And yeah, unfortunately, it didn't fund, which is not all that shocking to us, but it was always a disappointment nonetheless. But it gave us some sense of like, okay, well, we got to refigure and figure out what we're doing and how we're moving forward and trying to help support these communities. So what we decided to do was postpone the festival to 2026 to give us a little space to figure out what we're going to do with that. But in its place, we still wanted to help communities as best we could. So we decided to organize three different breakwater exchanges, which are one-day events in local communities in the local language. It's really helped at sort of building those local community connections. So we have one in England, one in Germany, one in the Netherlands, and all the planning is set. They're good to go, and we're ready to sell tickets. So I'm here to announce that tickets are available, and yeah, we're really excited. We're working with the Mannheim Estuary in Germany, which we've worked on several times at the festival and other things. The Van Oss estuary in the Netherlands. And then we're partnering with some of the UK estuary leaders, as well as a group called Quiet Revival to put on an event together for estuary for London. So we're really excited. It's all kind of coming into place, but obviously, whatever we do with the events, we want to make sure that we're catering it to who is going to show up and how many people we have. So, we've finally been able to put tickets available. But yeah, any help in interest in coming to the events, early tickets are very helpful for us to know how to prepare in the last month as we move towards the events. And there are different stages of schedule solidification and other things with each of the events. So I don't have a full slate of what's going to be on each event at this moment, but we're going to be actively updating on our Breakwater Discord.
Okay.
So I'll give you the link to put in there. So if you're interested in checking out what's happening, being updated, you can join there. But yeah, any sort of early buy-in to help us, well, fund the thing, but also to get a sense of how many people are going to show up and what we need to be prepared for is awesome. We're capping each of these at 50 people. So I think there'll be plenty of tickets for anybody who wants to come, but having a sense of who's coming is great. I've also going to give you a Breakwater PayPal donation link for anybody who has seen us and wants to give us just a little bit of support to make these events possible and keep things as cheap as possible. We've basically priced these events at cost. It's really just helping us cover the cost of food and venues and all of those things, 35 euros for each of the events. And so if there is anybody who kind of wants to give us a little support to help us as we're trying to keep prices low for these local communities, it is much appreciated. So that's sort of the update. I don't know if you have any questions or if there's any clarity I need to give.
No, well, I'll put all the links below in the notes, and I'll also
Perfect.
put this little video on Twitter, and I'll put those links in there too. But I think often people come to me and they're curious about estuary, and they would like to start one or try one. And there's ElseNet, which of course you can take the leadership training to start one. But this is a great way to go and meet other people, hopefully that are potentially in your area. And so these are great events to make connections, do some networking, and find other people. In the past, we've tried some web things, and the estuary group leadership group is still working on getting better web tools to help people find each other. But there's no better way to find each other than to go to one of these events. And these events, again, in the United States, I can usually get church space for free, but in Europe, they usually have to pay something for the venue. And so that's why there's a cost, but 35 euros is not crazy for an event like this, and I would think well worth it. So if you're interested in sort of dipping your toe into estuary or finding some other people who have been thinking along these lines, get to one of these events.
Yeah, and Breakwater is always making space for people who are wanting to start estuary, who want to be involved in estuary, of making that network to figure out how to get plugged in to one that's already going or how to get the courage to start them. And that's something we find really valuable and yeah, want to continue to do for as long as we can. So
Okay.
yeah, we're definitely eager to have anybody who is interested, eager to see this thing that has been happening on the internet come into real life spaces. We're all for it, and yeah, we'd love to see you at one of our events.
Okay. So we wanted to keep this video short, and that's what we've got to say. But the links are below. And so through those links, a Discord link to sign up and use PayPal to pay. That's they're running it on a shoestring. So that's how this goes. All right. Thank you, Cassidy.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it.
No problem.